The next time you go to Charlotte, you might spot one of these cars driving around without a driver. The company Cruise dropped off some of their AI-powered cars earlier this month for testing. The cars are equipped with cameras and they are already fully operational in San Francisco, Austin, and Phoenix. The North Carolina Department of Transportation says the safety benefits of automated vehicles are greater than people think.
There's a lot of safety benefits that we see coming from this technology, not only in reducing the fatalities and the injuries, but also when we start looking at the quality of life for folks who are dependent upon others.
North Carolina DOT says there are 300,000 crashes in North Carolina every year. Last year, 1,700 people died on North Carolina highways in car accidents and thousands more were injured. The Department of Transportation says automated cars should reduce that.
The advantage of the machine driving is that we could probably find out what actually occurred there and program it out. And we've yet to be able to figure out how to tell people to drive the speed limit, and then they follow it. They're out there letting the machine map the environment, see the environment it's in. We wish we could do that. I wished I could pass my experiences on to my children when they learn to drive.
And Cruise reports driving more than 4 million miles with their technology without any serious safety incidents. But folks in some communities where their driverless cars are already in action are raising concerns.
I love biking around Austin.
And so do many others, especially downtown and West Campus.
I'm out on my bike at least an hour a day, I'd say.
But Robert Foster saw something unsettling while biking on 26th Street near UT Thursday night.
So I was a little shocked last week when I started seeing them completely driverless, not a single human in the car.
A self-driving car is a bit surprising in itself, but it's how the newly introduced Cruise autonomous car was driving that made him start recording.
Why are you not doing it?
You can see the car make a wide turn into the bike lane and continued on that path.
And sure enough, a few minutes later, another one made the turn and it went straight into the bike lane again. And then another one turned and went straight into the bike lane. One-time mistake that happens with driving, but this seems to be something that the cars are systemically doing.
Another viewer sent a similar video in downtown on Sunday, but this time it struggled to pick a lane.
Them testing it on the roads when they're performing this way is frightening.
Ultimately, this technology is designed to improve the lives and the safety of citizens.
Last week, we spoke with the vice president of Ride Hail at Cruise. It's a rideshare company similar to Uber, except there's no human driver.
In early September, Cruise started testing its driverless vehicles on Austin's roads with an actual driver. It wasn't until late December the company says it decided to allow the vehicles to drive unsupervised. A spokesperson says they plan to continue that and will open the rideshare to the public pretty soon.
But the streets aren't the safest. We're slowly improving things around here in Austin, but it's not ready for self-driving cars that are going to be driving into bike lanes.
According to the city, more pedestrians and cyclists were killed or seriously injured in crashes in 2022 than any other recorded year. Last year, Cruise recalled and updated 80 of its vehicles, citing accident risks.
It's heartbreaking incidents.
Cruise is currently under federal investigation after multiple reports of the vehicles blocking roadways, stopping abruptly, and causing crashes.
Seems like a very dangerous combination. I don't think they're hitting that goal of making the streets safer.
Wow, well, with safety concerns like that, why have driverless cars, right? Well, Chris Van Cleve introduces us to a pair considering taking advantage of AI transportation.
I can't wait for the day when they take the steering wheel out.
Robert Stone and Sheila Zagloski aren't your typical early adopters, but the octogenarians are cheering these self-driving cars from Waymo, a newly expanded ride-hailing service in Phoenix. Waymo, owned by Google's parent company, has hundreds of cars on the road and has logged more than 1 million miles with passengers only. No humans behind the wheel.
It's very convenient, very comfortable.
I'm 83 years old and I'm thinking about retiring from driving, and it's just a great way to go.
Waymo works and costs about the same as an Uber. The ride-hailing service is seen as years ahead of its competitors in developing autonomous vehicles, with technology allowing the cars to see up to 3 football fields ahead and a track record of safe operations with only 2 minor collisions. Still, a recent survey found 68% of drivers are afraid of self-driving vehicles.
And what we've seen is that people experiencing the technology really leads to people using it more and having trust.
But the technology is still learning.
We think there's opportunities to continue to build a better service.
For now, Waymo's fleet of fully electric Jaguars are only operating in 2 cities.
If you do go to a place like Phoenix or San Francisco, you can get a taste of the future, but that technology may not come to your own home city for maybe another 10 or 15 years or more even.
Sheila and Robert are liking the way the future feels.
You don't have any mixed feelings about the fact there's no one driving the car?
That's the exciting part.
Do you think you'd give up your car for one of these?
Probably in the future. I'm only 87, so.
Keeping her options open for a driverless future.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says automated cars are tested by the companies that build them. Companies have to comply with federal motor vehicle safety standards, and many are testing vehicles with higher levels of automation to make sure that they work like they're supposed to. But many experts say more work needs to be done by developers to make sure automated cars can run safely before they can hit the roads.